Hey, Martijn from MemberStack here, and welcome to MemberScript 169. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add a slider to your website that automatically plays on page scroll, as well as allowing a user to manually select a slide within a slider. So let's head over to Webflow to show you how that works. In Webflow, you are going to need to grab MemberScript 169, and it should look like this. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to that code should be in the description below. And if you're watching this on the MemberStack site, then you should have already seen the code. You can either paste this in your page settings or site-wide, depending on your specific use case. On the page itself, you are going to need to add the following attributes. Firstly, you are going to need to add a slider element over here, and then you're going to give that a few attributes. The first attribute being data MS code auto slider, and that tells the script where the slider begins. And then you're going to give another attribute of data MS interval set to 2000, and you can change this interval to how slow or how fast you want your slider speed to go. And then the next attribute is data MS resume delay set to 1.5. And this is for when a user manually clicks on a slide and clicks off, how fast or how slow should the slider resume. And then the next attribute is data MS autoplay on visible set to true. And this tells the script to autoplay the slider when it is in view. The next attribute is on a slider mask. Let's close that. You're going to add the attribute of data MS code slider track. And then on the slide itself, you are going to add the attribute of data MS code slider slide. Okay, and now we are going to build our navigation, slider navigation. Firstly, all of Webflow's native slider navigation should be set to display none, and we're not going to be using those. We're going to build the navigation from scratch. You're going to have a div for all of your slider dots, and that is going to have the following attributes. So data MS code slider dots, and then we're going to have data MS dot active class, and this is for your active state of your dots, and this is my active state class. To style this class, you would have to go to the dot itself and then style the active state, and this class is what is applied on this attribute over here. Same goes for the inactive state, so data MS dot inactive class. I would style this class on another dot for the inactive state, and then that class is what is going to be applied when a dot is inactive. Okay, so on the slider dot itself, you are now going to add the attribute of data MS code slider dot, and you can style this to however you want it to look like. And that's it. You now have a slider that should play automatically on scroll and will allow a user to manually select a slide within the slider. Right. If you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out in the Slack 2.0 channel. Bye.